Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, the long-awaited sequel to the 1988 classic Beetlejuice, has finally brought fans back into the world of ghoulish humor and dark comedy. Directed by Tim Burton, this sequel sees the return of beloved characters like Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice and Winona Ryder's Lydia Deetz, while introducing new faces to the eerie world. One of the most exciting additions is Jenna Ortega, the rising star of horror who has made a name for herself as a modern scream queen. Who does Jenna Ortega play in Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? Jenna Ortega plays Astrid Deetz, the daughter of Lydia Deetz, Winona Ryder's iconic character from the original Beetlejuice. Lydia, who was a misunderstood goth teen in the original film, is now a famous television personality hosting a show called Ghost House, where she capitalizes on her ability to see and communicate with ghosts. However, this success comes at a price. Her relationship with her daughter, Astrid, is strained, as Astrid believes her mother is a fraud. Astrid's resentment stems from a deeply personal place. Her father, Richard, passed away, and despite Lydia's supposed ability to communicate with the dead, she has never been able to contact his spirit. This drives a wedge between the two, as Astrid feels emotionally abandoned. As a result, Astrid is skeptical of ghosts altogether and wants nothing to do with her mother's paranormal abilities or fame. The tension between Astrid and Lydia. Much of the sequel's drama revolves around the tension between Astrid and Lydia. Astrid, a boarding school student with a passion for environmentalism, feels disconnected from her mother's ghost-filled world. Her disbelief in ghosts and frustration with Lydia's inability to communicate with her father create a deep emotional divide. Astrid even lists Lydia in her phone as alleged mother, showing just how far the distance between them has grown. When Lydia's father, Charles Deetz, dies, Lydia pulls Astrid from school for the funeral. Despite her desire to stay at school, Astrid is forced to confront her unresolved feelings of grief over her father's death, compounded by the loss of her grandfather. This familial loss sets the stage for Astrid to become more involved in the supernatural world she once rejected. Astrid's hidden gift, inheriting Lydia's abilities. The pivotal moment in Astrid's arc comes when she meets Jeremy, a mysterious boy around her age. After spending time with him, Astrid discovers that Jeremy is, in fact, a ghost. In a dramatic revelation, Jeremy uses his ghost powers while kissing Astrid, lifting them both off the ground and shattering her belief that ghosts don't exist. This moment forces Astrid to confront the reality that she, too, has inherited Lydia's ability to communicate with the dead. It's a shocking twist for Astrid, who must now reconcile her past skepticism and anger toward her mother with this new revelation about her own abilities. Could Astrid and Lydia team up in the future? Astrid's newfound gift creates the potential for exciting future storylines, particularly in the relationship between her and Lydia. By the end of the sequel, Astrid and Lydia have grown closer after working together to save one another from the clutches of Beetlejuice. The mother-daughter dynamic sets up a possible partnership, where the two could explore the afterlife and communicate with ghosts as a team. Given Jenna Ortega's stellar performance and the deep character development of Astrid, there's a strong chance that fans will see her again in a potential Beetlejuice 3. With her character possessing the same ghost-communing powers as her mother, the stage is set for her to continue exploring her connection to the supernatural world. Jenna Ortega, the perfect addition to Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Jenna Ortega's casting as Astrid Deetz was met with excitement, and she lived up to the expectations. Known for her roles in horror films like Scream, 2022, Scream 6, X, 2022, and the Netflix hit Wednesday, Ortega has proven herself as a standout in the horror genre. Her ability to balance dark comedy with serious emotional depth made her a natural fit for the quirky, spooky world of Beetlejuice. Ortega's performance as Astrid feels fresh while still paying homage to Winona Ryder's portrayal of Lydia. She's not a carbon copy of her mother but carries similar traits, self-assured, opinionated, and deeply rooted in her own identity. This nuanced performance has solidified Ortega's place in the franchise and opened the door for future appearances.